And ever since I've made this change to my business, I've been able to get packages out so much faster. Hi, my name is Jerica, and I make a living selling soap out of my little blue cottage on a lake. I work completely from home, so having an actual weekend is hard, sometimes impossible, but I managed to do it this past week, and I wanted to share it all with you to show you that it is possible. As I've mentioned, I work from home, and on some days my husband does too, so what I found super helpful is having a set morning routine. Hey, do you want some walks?
Yeah. Thank you.
This is such a simple breakfast, but it's so good. When you work for yourself, it's so easy to get sidetracked, and small, necessary tasks can be forgotten and fall to the wayside all the time. And I've been trying to keep track of everything in this little agenda, and I found that it really does help keep me on track while also helping me plan for future projects. There's just something about visually seeing something written down, whether it's a future video idea or a future product that I want to work on. Just writing it down makes it more real instead of just this idea floating around.
How many?
Fried noodles. Kale makes these so good.
And then I like to fry an entire extra egg.
One of the aspects of my life that I've been working on improving is the quality time I spend with my husband. We've been cooking meals together and challenging ourselves to try different recipes. And not only has this been a lot of fun discovering new dishes, but it's saved us a lot of money too. And I just want to show you guys a different version of date night, because this has become our date night where we take a fun meal that we've never tried cooking before and just making it and seeing how it turns out. And sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not, but we walk away with a fun experience and having spent some really great time together over food and good conversation. We are on our way to our niece's concert. Ready to go?
Yep, let's go.
Today is an editing day. I have a video that's going to go up in a couple of hours. Last night the concert was so much fun. I am so proud of my nieces and nephew. They did such a good job. They even won a few awards, which is awesome. And I was telling Kale, when I was that age, the only instrument that I played was the recorder. It was the mandatory instrument for that grade, and I did pretty good. But if I had the chance to be in a band and play like my nieces and nephews had played, I would have been so happy. I probably would have thrived doing that because I love instruments. I love music. For those wondering how the solar light looks when it's turned on, this is it over here. You can actually turn this lamp into quite a few colors, like any color you want. This lamp will do it. This is the white light right now. I know it looks a little pink. I'll have it linked down below. It's super cheap. It was 10 bucks, but look how nice it makes my office look. And as for the wall, you guys gave me so many amazing suggestions. And I think out of all of the comments, the majority of you were like, yes, paint it yellow, and you had some great suggestions about which shade I should go for. But quite a few of you also suggested sage green. And when I was at Walmart, I picked up some paint samples, some possibilities. Let me read you the colors because they're kind of fun. This is Bahia grass, which is kind of that sagey green color. Imagine that right here. Moss Point green, which is a bit of a darker green. Butterscotch Bliss. Imagine that right there. And then here is the yellow cream color, which I think a lot of you really like the idea of not a true yellow, but more like a cream yellow. And that is what Turning Oak Leaf, I think, is a good color for. So yeah, it's in the works. There were still a few of you that really liked the navy blue. I also really like the navy blue. So we'll see. Floating shells are going to probably happen. One of you suggested a big mirror to make the space feel even bigger. That's probably going to happen. The thing is with me, when it comes to furniture and adding things to my home, I love a good deal. It's very rare that I would buy anything brand new, so I have to happen upon it, either through the IKEA as-is section or through Facebook Marketplace. That's where I got this cool chair over here. And this cat carrier. This is Jiggy's backpack carrier, which I love. I got it from, I think it was Amazon. But I get so many compliments on it whenever I take her anywhere in it. And she actually is getting over a little sickness. She was not eating for a bit, and she's just bounced back, which is awesome. But ever since she's been doing better, she's been liking staying in here. So, I mean, if this is her safe place, I don't feel like I should take it away from her. So look how happy she is. Jiggy, you are so cute. You had us worried there for a bit. But yeah, she's eating again. She's back to her old self. She's 14 years old, so for those of you who have owned cats, 14 years old is getting to that age where anytime your kitty comes down with something, it's pretty worrisome. Making dinner. Rice rolls. Kale's hard at work making the peanut sauce. These are not the best wrapped spring rolls, but the inside is the most important part.
I love that we're making, like, usually something that's an appetizer, an entire meal.
Yep, so that's what we do sometimes here in this house.
Kayla and I had to run some errands, which doesn't normally include Costco, but when it does, we always have so much fun, especially with the samples. And on this day, they were extra good. They were sampling this cauliflower crust pizza and an Oreo ice cream sandwich. Yummo. The weather has been kind of weird here lately, even by Washington's standards. We were in a grocery store and suddenly there was pounding on the roof, and it turned out to be a huge downfall of rain and hail. And it wasn't small hail, they were pretty big sized pieces of hail, which is a little scary, but still very interesting. And then we visited Kale's parents for dinner afterwards, and this is another important aspect of life improvement, and that's family time. Kale and I love that we're so much closer to family, and the ability to drop in on them like this has been such a blessing. It is the next day, and we visited Kale's mom yesterday, and look at how beautiful this rug she made out of rags. I love it so much, and this is actually gonna go at my feet here in the office slash hobby room. And I think it brings so much cheer to the space. Today, Kayla and I are gonna go for a hike, and we wanna take you guys with us. So come along. It's gonna be some dicey weather. It kind of looks like it might rain, and it's a little bit chilly today, but that's actually great weather for a hike. And Washington has some of the most beautiful state parks. Get ready to see some really beautiful things. This is a rhodie bush, which is weird to see in the middle of the forest because this is a really popular garden plant in Washington. So makes me wonder how these rhodies got here. Being in nature is one of those things that instantly revitalizes my productivity and creativity. After this amazing hike in Doswallop State Park, I was ready to jump right into a project I've been wanting to do for a while, and that's making a blueberry eye cream. And for this cream, I wanted to use sunflower oil infused with dried blueberry leaves, which are full of antioxidants like gallic acid, which has anti-inflammatory and anti-allergy properties. I've been loving infusing oils lately, but I've been wanting a method to do this quickly and easily, so when Altafuse reached out asking if I wanted to try their machine, I jumped at the chance. I've infused oils quickly using other machines before, but I found them bulky and difficult to clean, and I was drawn to Altafuse's stylish design and ease of use. I was also intrigued by their super fast infusion method using their patented ultrasonic technology. Getting set up was pretty simple. I literally just plugged in the machine and it was ready. I weighed my dried blueberries on the built-in scale, which was really handy, and then poured my sunflower oil into the kettle. One thing I found tricky was that it has a maximum capacity line that you're not supposed to go over, but it was hard to know how much oil was too much because once you insert the ultrasonic generator, it pushed the oil way over the max line, so I actually had to pour some of the oil out to get it back under that max line.
The awesome thing about that Altafuse is that while it's infusing, I can work on other things like my orders. And I have to do a few of them, so why not do them now since I have the time? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Even though I've started to sell my soap bars naked, and by naked I mean zero packaging, zero labels, I still want to protect them somewhat. So for these soap bars that are being ordered, I put them in these grease-proof glassine bags, and it just makes packaging these soaps so much neater. And it's just very quick and easy to just slip them into one of these bags. They go in the box, and that's it. And ever since I've made this change to my business, I've been able to get packages out so much faster. How beautiful are these lemon lavender bars? Oh my gosh. So if you guys are on the fence thinking about whether or not customers will be down for package-free soap, at least my customers are. And I know, judging from the comments that I've had from social media posts where I talked about this, a lot of soap business owners also get good feedback from their customers when they sell package-free soap. And on the other side of that, there are soap companies where packaging is a must and their customers love that. So it really is a matter of experimentation. But another great consequence of offering package-free soap is the ability to be able to give my life much more of that balance that I've needed. And it has improved my life so much. And I hope you get that vibe in this video, that I feel so much lighter, and I'm loving that I'm able to fit in family time, being out in nature time, spending time with my animals, and putting the love and care into my home that it needs. Because if I throw myself into my business, if I stress too much about my company and my work, then other areas in my life start to suffer. And the older I get, the more I'm realizing what's important to me and what balance means to me. Because again, what balance is to me might not be the same as balance to you guys. A lot of you guys might be able to manage work and family and home life a lot better than I do. So I take the order sheets and I use them as a way to gather my inventory. I use them as my checklist to make sure I have all of the items ordered. Having a machine like the Altafuse does not mean I'm going to stop the slow infusion experiments that I've been doing. I've been infusing oils more and more. I've been loving introducing botanicals to my soap in natural and organic ways. And the best method to get all of the good stuff out of these botanicals is through just a cold, slow infusion over many months. But it's nice to have that option if I do want to make something really quick. And when I have a YouTube channel and patrons where I'm constantly experimenting and sharing those things with you guys, a machine like the Altafuse is a godsend, because sometimes I just want to make something quickly and I don't have the infusion for it. And a machine like this is the next best thing in order for me to get my project going as soon as possible. All of my customers get a little free candy, and these high chews are amazing. And I like them because they come in many different flavors, but also they don't melt in high heat. That's definitely important. You don't want melted, gross candy in your packages. And I also like giving away these gorgeous stickers, these holographic stickers in each package. Just adds a little bit of extra magic to your shipments. Okay, so the board has been cleared, which is awesome. I'm gonna go upstairs and finish off that eye cream.
I infused my sunflower oil for 40 minutes, and when it was done, I used this funnel that came with the machine to pour the oil into my mason jar. The small filter that fits into the funnel did an excellent job of keeping all of that blueberry leaf out of the infusion, which was pretty impressive. I then added the infused oil to the rest of my oils and emulsifiers, which will help my oils and water combine to make a lotion. Then I weighed my water ingredients and set both on medium heat to melt the emulsifiers and get both phases to over 160 degrees Fahrenheit and within 10 degrees of one another. While heating, some of that water evaporates, so before I add the heated oils to the water, I replace that evaporated water with more water. And to bind the oils and waters, I'm using this frother which sprayed the cream everywhere. A stick blender would probably be neater, but the frother did the trick. Very quickly, the oil and water had combined, emulsified, and turned into a gorgeous, fluffy cream.
So here is the consistency of the eye cream, and you can see it's just a beautiful, light, fluffy cream, which is going to be so nice applying on my eyes. But it's not complete yet. I still have to add some blueberry extract and my preservative. Here it goes. I'm also adding some panthenol powder, which you might recognize that ingredient for hair products, but you can use it in skincare products too, and it has the same effect. And then here is my extract and preservative, and I'm just going to hand stir everything in using my spatula until it's all incorporated. I didn't use any fragrance oils, I just used a lavender hydrosol, which gave this cream a really light, fresh, faintly lavender smell. I don't like using fragrance oils for my skincare, my face skincare products, because my skin is a little sensitive. It's acne prone. So using a hydrosol gives the product some nice fragrance naturally. And there you go, everything's incorporated in there. Now all we have to do is package it. For packaging, I have these 2-ounce pump bottles from Amazon. And if you're curious about any of the things that I'm using, the links to them are down below. But I like these because they completely seal the product in and they help prevent any contamination, which helps the product stay fresher longer. Even though I'm using a preservative, there's other things you can do to just keep extending that shelf life. Oh my God. I made the hole way too big. No. So here's a final eye cream. I'm going to show you a quick demo. I just pump a little bit on my hand like so. And this is why I love these little pumps, because you can pump just a tiny amount. You don't need a lot, especially for your eye area. And just like that, you can see how quickly it absorbs, and it feels so, so nice. Because I'm using so little at a time, this little 2-ounce thing of cream is gonna last me pretty much forever, which is why it's important to use a good preservative and why it's a good idea to use a packaging bottle like this, where it's not gonna be open to the air and it's less likely to be contaminated by your own fingers. Thank you so much to Altafuse for sending me the machine. I found setup to be super easy, and it was very quick from unboxing to putting it together to diffusing the blueberry leaves in with my oil. So that was just straightforward. And thanks to that machine, I was able to get blueberry leaf infused sunflower oil that I could use for my eye cream the same day, and that's pretty incredible. If you guys are interested in the Altafuse, there is a link down below, and using the code Jerica15, you can get 15% off. And if you want to make this eye cream, I have the full recipe and steps on my Patreon, which is linked down below. I also have over 100 soap, bath bomb, and skincare recipes. And if you do choose to support me there on Patreon, thank you so much. I appreciate all of your support, especially these guys, my bubble BFFs. You guys are just incredible. I really hope you like this more casual and relaxed days in my life type of vlog where I show you guys the things that I'm doing to just improve the quality of my life, to keep that work-life balance balanced. And I know that a lot of you are struggling with that right now, judging from my comments. It's not easy to run a small business and to keep living your life and having your family members feel like you're not neglecting them. So I understand totally where you're coming from. And I'm hoping through these vlogs, I can give you a little bit of comfort and show you that it can be done. And I struggle with that too. And hopefully we can all just come together as a community and support each other. You guys are awesome. So until the next video, keep smiling, keep being awesome, and I will see you in that next video. Bye, guys.
Okay, go ahead.